Predicted Manchester United 11 against Everton. How Amorim will line up without Sesko. Welcome to United News, where you get the most reliable and honest Manchester United coverage. We know you come here because you trust us to give you the real story, not the rumors or the clickbait. As United prepare to face Everton on Monday, we have all the team news, injury updates, and tactical insights you need. Stay with us as we break down exactly what Ruben Amorim is likely to do against David Moyes' side. The big question everyone is asking: how do you replace your main striker when he is suddenly unavailable? That is the challenge facing Ruben Amorim right now. Manchester United return from the international break on Monday to face Everton at Old Trafford, and the Portuguese manager will have to make some tough decisions about his starting 11. United are currently on a 5-game unbeaten run in the Premier League. They sit just 1 point off the top 4, though that gap might change depending on results over the weekend. The momentum is good, the form is solid, and Amorim will want to keep that going against Everton. But there is one major problem. Benjamin Sesko, the striker who has been leading United's attack, picked up an injury in the last match against Tottenham. He will be missing for the next few weeks, and that forces Amorim to rethink his attacking setup. So how will United line up on Monday? What changes will Amorim make? And who gets the chance to step up in Sesko's absence? Let us break it all down for you. What happened last time out? Before we look ahead to Everton, let us remind ourselves what happened in United's last match. The Red Devils drew 2-2 with Tottenham Hotspur in a game that had plenty of drama right until the final whistle. The lineup Amorim chose for that match tells us a lot about his current thinking. In goal, he went with Sen Lamens, who has been earning more trust from the manager with each passing week. In defense, Amorim used his preferred back three of Matthijs de Ligt, Harry Maguire, and Luke Shaw. This combination has given United good balance, with de Ligt providing quality and leadership in the middle, Maguire adding physicality and aerial presence, and Shaw offering composure and passing ability from the left side. The wing-back positions went to Noussair Mazraoui on the right and Patrick Dorgu on the left. Both players have adapted well to these demanding roles, which require them to contribute both defensively and in attack. In central midfield, Amorim paired Casemiro with captain Bruno Fernandes. This partnership has been working well, with Casemiro providing defensive stability and Bruno bringing creativity and energy. Up front, the attacking trio consisted of Amad Diallo and Matheus Cunha supporting Bryan Mbeumo. This combination gave United pace, movement, and goal threat from multiple positions. That was the team before Sesko's injury. Now Amorim needs to adjust, and those adjustments will be interesting to watch. The injury situation explained. Let us be clear about who is available and who is not for Monday's match. Understanding the injury situation is crucial to predicting what Amorim will do. The biggest concern is Benjamin Sesko. The Slovenian striker will be out for a few weeks after picking up his injury against Tottenham. This is a significant blow because Sesko has been an important attacking outlet for United this season. His pace, movement, and finishing ability give the team a different dimension. Amorim has confirmed that Sesko will miss several weeks, which means United need to find a new solution up front. The options are limited but interesting. Amorim could move Bryan Mbeumo into the central striker role. He could give Joshua Zirkzee a chance to prove himself. Or he could even try Mason Mount as a false nine, using a midfielder in that advanced position. At the back, Harry Maguire has been absent from training recently. Amorim has admitted the English defender will not be ready for Monday's match. This is a short-term issue rather than a long-term injury, but it still affects Amorim's options for the Everton game. The good news is that Lisandro Martinez is getting closer to a return. The Argentine defender has been working hard on his recovery and should be nearly ready to come back into action. However, do not expect him to start on Monday. More likely, Martinez will be eased back gradually, perhaps getting some minutes off the bench or starting on the bench as a precaution. In midfield, Kobbie Mainoo is touch and go for the match. He missed training on Friday, which raised some concerns. However, reports suggest he was provisionally able to return on Saturday, which means he might be available for selection. Amorim will need to assess whether Mainoo is fully fit or whether it makes more sense to rest him and avoid any risk. These injury concerns create both problems and opportunities. Problems because Amorim loses some of his preferred options. Opportunities because other players get chances to step up and prove their worth. The selection battles Amorim faces. With Sesko out, Amorim has some genuine selection dilemmas to solve. These are not easy decisions, and the choices he makes will tell us a lot about his priorities and his trust in different players. The first big question is what to do up front. Bryan Mbeumo has already played in that advanced role and knows what Amorim expects. Moving him more centrally would be the safest option. He has the pace to run in behind defenses, the movement to create space, and enough finishing quality to be a threat. But if Mbeumo plays centrally, who fills the wide attacking positions? One option is to drop Amad Diallo back into a wing-back role. Amad has played there before and has the defensive work rate to handle the responsibility. If Amorim goes this route, he would need to decide on the other wing-back position as well. Does he stick with Noussair Mazraoui? Does he bring in Diogo Dalot? Or does he keep faith with young Patrick Dorgu? The other option is to give Joshua Zirkzee a chance. The Dutch forward has not been a regular starter this season and is reportedly being linked with a January exit. But with Sesko injured, this could be Zirkzee's moment to prove he deserves to stay at United. For Zirkzee, this is basically a make-or-break situation. If he plays and performs well, he could change Amorim's mind about his future. If he plays and struggles, it might confirm the manager's doubts and lead to him leaving in January. There is also the possibility of using Mason Mount in the advanced role. Mount is technically a midfielder, but he has the intelligence and movement to play as a false nine. This would give United a different dynamic, with Mount dropping deep to link play and create space for runners from midfield. Each option has pros and cons. Amorim will have spent the last few days thinking carefully about which approach gives United the best chance of winning on Monday. Our predicted starting 11. Based on all the information we have, including training reports, injury updates, and Amorim's previous selections, here is what we think United's lineup will look like against Everton. In goal, we expect Sen Lammens to keep his place. The Belgian goalkeeper has done nothing wrong and has been growing in confidence with each match. There is no reason for Amorim to change. In the back three, we predict some adjustments because of Maguire's absence. Our expected lineup is Leny Yoro on the right side of the three, Matthijs de Ligt in the middle, and Luke Shaw on the left. Yoro has not featured as much as some fans expected when he signed, but this could be his opportunity. The young defender has quality and potential, and Amorim might see this as the right moment to give him more responsibility. De Ligt stays in the middle because he has been solid and reliable. Shaw continues on the left because his passing range and composure make him perfect for that position in Amorim's system. At wing-back, we think Amorim will make a change. Our prediction is Amad Diallo on the right wing-back and Diogo Dalot on the left. This shift comes because we believe Amorim will want to keep Amad on the pitch, but might feel more comfortable with him in a slightly deeper role given Sesko's absence. Dalot comes in for Dorgu on the left because his experience could be valuable in what is likely to be a tight game. In central midfield, no changes. Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes continue their partnership. Both players returned from international duty in good form, and there is no reason to break up a combination that has been working well. In attack, this is where it gets interesting. We predict Bryan Mbeumo will move into a more central role, taking over the position Sesko would normally occupy. Alongside him, we expect Matheus Cunha to continue in one of the attacking midfield roles. And here is our bold prediction. We think Joshua Zirkzee will get the start in the other attacking position. This is Zirkzee's chance to prove himself. The reports from training have been positive, with the Dutchman showing good intensity and sharpness. Amorim might feel this is the right moment to give him meaningful minutes and see what he can do. So our predicted 11 looks like this. Goalkeeper, Sen Lammens. Right center-back, Leny Yoro center-back, Matthijs de Ligt. Left center-back, Luke Shaw. Right wing-back, Amad Diallo central midfield, Casemiro central midfield, Bruno Fernandes left wing-back, Diogo Dalot. Attacking midfield, Bryan Mbeumo attacking midfield, Matheus Cunha center forward, Joshua Zirkzee. Why this lineup makes sense. Let us break down the logic behind this predicted 11 and explain why we think Amorim will go with these choices. Starting with Lamens in goal is straightforward. He has been doing well, and there is no reason to drop him. Goalkeepers need consistency and confidence, and changing for no good reason would be poor management. The back three selection is partly forced by Maguire's injury but also represents an opportunity to give Euro more game time. The young defender needs minutes to develop, and playing alongside experienced players like De Ligt and Shaw should help him. This back three has good balance. Euro's athleticism on the right, De Ligt's quality in the middle, and Shaw's passing on the left. The wing-back choices are interesting. Moving Ahmad to wing-back might seem odd, but it keeps one of United's best players on the pitch while also addressing the gap left by Sesko. Ahmad has the work rate and intelligence to handle the defensive responsibilities, and he still offers plenty going forward. Dalot on the left wing-back makes sense because of his experience and reliability. Against Everton, United will need players who understand the physical demands of Premier League football. Dalot provides that. The midfield picks itself. Casemiro and Bruno have been excellent together, combining defensive steel with creative spark. If it is not broken, do not fix it. Up front, the decision to start Xerxes is the biggest gamble but also potentially the biggest reward. If Xerxes performs well, it solves United's striker problem for the next few weeks while Sesko recovers. It also gives Amorim another option for the rest of the season. Mbeumo moving more central makes sense because he has the qualities to play there, and it keeps him in a dangerous position. Cunha continues in his role because he has been contributing well with his movement and link-up play. What this means tactically. This lineup would give United a specific tactical approach against Everton. Let us think about how it would work in different phases of the game. When United have the ball, the wing-backs will push high. Ahmad and Dalot would provide width, stretching Everton's defense and creating space in the middle for Bruno, Mbeumo, and Cunha to operate. Casemiro would sit deeper, protecting the back three and providing a passing option when United need to recycle possession. Bruno would have freedom to move into different areas, finding pockets of space and making things happen. Xerxes' role would be interesting. He is good at dropping deep to receive the ball and link play, which would drag Everton's defenders out of position and create space for runners from midfield. This is different from how Sesko plays, but it could actually work well against a team like Everton who will likely sit deep and stay compact. When United do not have the ball, the wing-backs would drop back to create a back five. This defensive shape has served United well this season, making them difficult to break down. The middle three of Casemiro, Bruno, and the attacking players would work to press and win the ball back quickly. Everton under David Moyes will be organized and difficult to break down. They will not give United much space in behind their defense. This means United will need to be patient, move the ball quickly, and create chances through clever movement and combination play rather than pace and power. This predicted lineup has the tools to do that. Bruno and Cunha can create. Mbeumo and Xerxes can find space and finish chances. The wing-backs can provide crosses. And if Everton do leave space in behind, United have the pace to exploit it. The bench and substitution options. One of the strengths any good team needs is quality on the bench. What substitution options will Amorim have if things are not going well or if he wants to change the game? In defense, if Lisandro Martinez is fit enough to be in the squad, he would be an excellent option to bring on late in the game. Martinez's aggression and quality could help see out a lead or change the momentum if United are chasing a goal. In midfield, if Kobbie Mainoo is not fit enough to start but available for the bench, he would be a valuable option. Mainoo's energy and passing ability could be useful in the final 20 or 30 minutes. Up front, if Xerxes starts, then players like Mason Mount or other attacking options could come off the bench to change things. Alternatively, if Mbeumo starts centrally and it is not working, Amorim could bring on another striker or switch the attacking setup completely. The beauty of the squad Amorim has available is that there are multiple ways to change the game from the bench. Different players offer different qualities, and a smart manager knows when and how to use them. What Everton will bring. To understand what United need to do, we should also think about what Everton will bring to Old Trafford on Monday. David Moyes is back as Everton manager, and everyone knows his style. Everton will be organized, disciplined, and difficult to break down. They will defend deep, stay compact, and try to frustrate United. When they do get the ball, they will look to break quickly or use set pieces as their main attacking weapons. This is exactly the kind of opponent United need to beat if they want to finish in the top 4. The big games against other top sides are exciting, but it is matches like this where teams win or lose the race for Champions League qualification. United cannot afford to be impatient against Everton. They will need to stay calm, keep moving the ball, and wait for their chances. One moment of quality could be enough to break the deadlock, and then the game would open up. This is why having players like Bruno and Ahmad on the pitch is so important. These are the types of players who can create something out of nothing, who can find that killer pass or moment of magic that unlocks a stubborn defense. The pressure is on. While United are unbeaten in 5 Premier League games, there is still pressure on this match. Why? Because results on Saturday and Sunday might change the picture at the top of the table. If other teams win their matches, United could find themselves further away from the top 4 by the time Monday comes around. This would add extra pressure to get 3 points against Everton. On the other hand, if results go United's way over the weekend, they could have a chance to move even closer to the top 4 with a win. This would make the match even more important. For Amorim, this is also about proving he can get results without his first-choice striker. Managers are judged on how they handle setbacks and injuries. The good ones find solutions. The great ones actually make the team better despite the problems. Monday is Amorim's chance to show he belongs in that second category. What United fans should watch for. If you are watching the match on Monday, here are some specific things to pay attention to. First, watch how Xerxes performs if he starts. This is his big chance. Does he look confident? Does he get involved in the game? Does he take his chances when they come? His performance could determine his United future. Second, keep an eye on the wingbacks. Ahmad in particular will be interesting to watch if he plays in that role. Can he balance his defensive and attacking responsibilities? Does he provide the outlet United need going forward? Third, observe how United create chances without Sesko's pace and movement. Will they play more through the middle? Will they rely more on crosses? Will they need set pieces to score? Fourth, watch Bruno's influence on the game. After his hat-trick for Portugal, he should be full of confidence. When Bruno is at his best, United are always more dangerous. Finally, look at how the team responds if things are not going well. If Everton score first or if United are struggling to break them down, how does the team react? Do they stay calm and stick to the plan? Or do they panic and start forcing things? The importance of 3 points. This might sound obvious, but it is worth saying clearly. United need to win this game. Not draw. Win. Everton are struggling this season. They are the kind of opponent United should beat at Old Trafford. If United want to finish in the top 4, they cannot drop points in matches like this. The top 4 race will be tight all season. Every point matters. Winning games you are expected to win is just as important as getting results in the big matches. For Amorim, building consistency is crucial. United have been on a good run, and extending that run by beating Everton would send a message. It would show that United are becoming the kind of team that grinds out results even when things are not perfect. Final thoughts from United News. As Monday's match approaches, there is plenty to be excited about and a few things to be concerned about. The injury to Sesko is obviously a blow, but it also creates opportunities for other players to step up. Our predicted lineup shows the changes we expect Amorim to make, with Xerxes getting his chance up front and some adjustments in defense and at wingback. Whether this turns out to be accurate, we will find out on Monday. What we do know is that United have enough quality in the squad to beat Everton. The unbeaten run needs to continue. The momentum needs to be maintained. And the push for the top 4 needs to keep moving forward. Here at United News, we will be covering every moment of the match. Before kickoff, we will bring you the confirmed team news as soon as it drops. During the game, we will be watching closely. And after the final whistle, we will give you honest analysis of what happened and what it means for United's season. Thank you for trusting United News as your source for Manchester United coverage. We do not do rumors. We do not do clickbait. We just give you the real story, the honest take, and the information you actually need. Stay with us for all your United news. and we will see you on Monday for full coverage of the Everton match. Come on, United!